Tommy, this is blowing my mind. What is this mini Toyota truck doing here? This is the Hilux Champ from the overseas.
This is the truck you have all been asking for. A super cheap, basic, stripped down, four-wheel drive truck. And you're probably thinking, well, someone imported that and now they're just showing it off.
Exactly.
Andre, where are we at?
We are inside of the Toyota booth. Toyota North America here in Loveland, Colorado at the Overland Expo 2026. And they're calling this the concept, Tommy, okay?
Concept, but in this video, I'm gonna interview a couple engineers behind this crazy little Toyota truck. We'll get you the full story, and then Andre and I will do a walk around and talk about what makes this thing special.
Tommy, let's actually look inside and also talk about what is a Hilux and what is a Hilux Champ. Because when I think we talk about the Hilux, people usually think of kind of the Tacoma-looking pickup truck from Australia, maybe some other overseas markets, including Asia. But the Champ is something different, smaller, right?
So this is designed for Asian markets. Basically,
Yes.
if you need to move a lot of stuff in a really durable small truck for not a lot of money, that's why you buy this thing in Asia.
Yes.
So it's not intended to be like a luxury, comfortable truck with all the bells and whistles.
But price, right? Low price, affordability, and usually they're two-wheel drive, right? Rear-wheel drive only. But what we're seeing here, well, let's talk about the interior a little bit more. This is kind of built up to show as a concept, right?
Yeah, but it's surprisingly well equipped.
Actually, let me go sit in it.
You still have a steering wheel from like a modern day Land Cruiser. That steering wheel is going to look really, really familiar if you've seen some of the Toyota products. But a lot of the switch gear is going to be a little bit unfamiliar to us. So for example, actually the locker switch looks very similar to our Land Cruiser.
Yeah, it does.
The four-wheel drive selector looks similar to the Land Cruiser. This looks like the shifter from, for example, an older Tacoma.
Yes.
Right? And the engineer is telling me that you can get this with no power windows. In some markets, you can get it with no airbags. It's designed to be really simple. Like, for example, the seats.
Like a manual transmission, right?
Dude, the seats have no bolstering.
No, in a very simple, like vinyl, right?
Yes.
So I think I've heard, I just watched a review of a Hilux Champ, like two-wheel drive work truck. I believe it was from Thailand. And they were talking about equivalent money, like when you do the translation, the currency, it was about $12,000 to $15,000 US that you could buy something simple. This is a little bit more fancy, I think. Look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel looks really premium and leather wrapped. You have all the controls. You have a little screen and everything very simple, right? Climate controls and this must be the radio, right?
Yeah.
So the infotainment system, I think, inside of the screen. But look, I fit great.
Yeah. Yeah, this is only sold as a two-door model.
Yes.
You can get it with the bench seat, but there's no four-door option because once again, this is intended to be commercial. But Andre, if you want to hop out for a sec.
Yeah.
What the Toyota engineers have done is they've turned essentially a work truck into an off-road beast. So they've taken the four-wheel drive system from the normal Hilux, they bolted it into the little Champ.
Yes.
Right? I was told that the mounting points for things like control arms are exactly the same as like a third-gen Tacoma.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff is kind of like Legos on these trucks. It's all very interchangeable. And the engine's interesting. So originally this would have been probably a little diesel.
Well, 2.4 liter turbo diesel usually in the Thailand markets, right?
Yep. But they swapped in the 4-liter V6.
I don't believe it.
From an FJ Cruiser into this.
Well, we need to talk to the engineers, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Because this hood, it doesn't look that huge, right?
Yeah,
but they stuffed a 4-liter in there.
Yeah, they did. It's got a 6-speed automatic. So let's cut to the interview with the engineers, Andre.
Yeah.
We'll find out why this truck is here and are they going to bring it to the US?
And also, I'm going to blow your mind with a couple of specs after we come back.
So we're here with two of the gentlemen responsible for bringing this truck here. Don, can I have you introduce yourself?
Sure, Don Federico.
And we've got the man, the chief engineer. What's your name and what do you do with Toyota?
Yeah, people call me Jira. Yes, I'm from Thailand and I'm the chief engineer of this, what we call the, in Toyota, it's IMV0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's based on the Hilux.
can you walk me through a little bit about this truck? Because I think a lot of us here in the States have
Yep.
no idea. Like, is it related to anything in the US or is it completely unique for the Thai market?
Yeah, actually I have to say that this is very, very unique for USA.
Yeah.
In Thailand, back to Thailand, it will be completely different car. That is, basically we built this car for commercial. So everybody uses for their daily job. So it's very simple, nothing fancy. And it's just the 4x2 version. But here, when we collaborate with Don, maybe expectation of the US people is totally different. So this come with this car is already 4x4, super short, and maybe the engine will be totally different in what we have in Asia.
And Don, can you explain what you guys did to this to,
Sure.
to turn it into this little beast?
Yeah, so similar to our side-by-side concept, we wanted to leverage the existing assets that are in the Toyota parts bin. We recently launched the FJ Cruiser in foreign markets, and that has a super short wheelbase, and we thought that was really necessary for off-road agility and trail riding. So this is built on a super short wheelbase. It is the same platform, Hilux platform. We put, of course, a suspension lift. They're all off-the-shelf parts that are available, which is also great. And then the powertrain is our 1GD. It's the V6 in this concept.
Wow, guys, so really a lot of work done here. So you mentioned in Thailand that this is usually equipped as like a little commercial vehicle.
Yep.
So is it a truck and a van? How is it sold originally?
What does it mean? But
Like is it
Yep.
is it originally as like a little flatbed in the back? Can
Yep.
you get it as a van? Is it whatever you want it to be?
Yes. Actually, basically most of the case it would be what we call the three-way open deck. That is the basic way,
Yeah.
flatbed. Yes, but people in Thailand, Indonesia, and Asia, sometimes they build what we call the cage. Maybe
Troopy.
yeah,
Troopy,
Troopy,
okay, I
we
like
call it
that,
that.
yeah.
And we put a lot of durian, maybe 4 or 5 ton,
Yeah.
in the back, and then use it to transport from the farm to the city area, something like that.
Okay, so obviously the use case in Thailand is
Yep.
pretty different.
Yep.
That's right.
Like I assume that this vehicle was never intended to do 85 miles an hour through Nevada. So walk me through, how these are used in Thailand versus like how the U.S. consumer expects a truck to operate.
Maybe I'll cover it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
in Thailand, very much a commercial vehicle. They're actually very low to the ground because there's a maximum height limit for delivery trucks. So it's really meant to be strong, durable, last a long time, and be low cost.
Okay.
However, it is built on the Hilux platform, which has all the heritage of off-road capability and durability. So we just optimized it for the U.S. market, made it a shorter wheelbase, lifted it up so it can have higher ground clearance, but it has a ton of capability, almost 2,000 pound payload, 5,500 pound towing, so you can do a ton of utility plus recreation, as we have it set up here as the ultimate overlander.
So being sold as a 2x4, did you kind of raid the Hilux parts bin to make it four-wheel drive?
You got it. Yeah, it's actually the FJ Cruiser parts bin.
Wow,
Yep,
unreal.
FJ Cruiser, Land Cruiser drivetrain.
And how similar is the new Cruiser that we don't get in the U.S. to the old 150 series that we did get from 07 through 14?
I'm not going to answer that one.
Okay, fair enough. So guys, let's just do a quick walk around. So I noticed LED lights. Is that from the Thai market?
Yes.
Okay.
We put this in the higher grade.
Okay.
Actually, we have two. Maybe the simple one is a more affordable version, and this is for the special grade.
And is this designed to be easily repaired and cheaply repaired?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, we separate for example, the side turn and the main headlamp. This is the main focus is maybe the repair cost would
Yeah.
be very, very simple. When you just broke the turn, you can just change the turn.
Now, Don, from the
Yep.
little I know about
Yeah.
these, like if you do the conversion rate from Thailand to USD, these are really affordable, right? Do you know like kind of what they cost?
Yeah, maybe around 15,000 USD in Thailand, in 4x2 and usually a manual transmission. So this is an automatic transmission 4x4 and some pretty special upgrades.
Can we take a quick look at the interior?
please.
Shall we? So
Walk around.
obviously the modern Tacoma as we know it is a very luxurious truck.
Yeah.
But this truck still has some niceties. So it looks like it has an airbag.
It does.
Right?
Yep.
And
That's two.
it's got two airbags.
Yeah. Yes.
And climate control, AC,
Yep. Heat
Okay.
and AC.
power windows.
Yep.
Wow, so
We
it's a
have-
really well-equipped little
Yep.
truck. Are
Yep.
there different trim levels? Like, is there a really stripped-down version?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a totally simple one. You just get the old style manual windows, the aircon, basically maybe blower,
Only.
not even the air condition.
Just
it's
the
manual.
blower,
Yes,
okay.
the manual version, and in some specific area, no airbags,
Yep.
and maybe manual
Yeah. There's a
transmission.
bench
Yep.
seat available in a
Yep.
manual transmission. Yeah.
You're saying all of the stuff that
Yeah.
every YouTube commenter wants to hear right now. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know that. Is there a 4-seat configuration, or is it only the 2-door?
There's only 2-seat now.
Okay. Very cool. Now, in Thailand, has this been a popular vehicle?
Yes, yes. We built it as maybe the new variants from the original Hilux. So this is especially for the commercial usage, and it's now built the new market
Oh,
for
interesting.
Asia now. So
Yeah.
very good.
And this is sold all over Asia, or is it primarily a Thailand-equipped vehicle?
Yeah, actually in Asia. So we sold to Thailand, Indonesia, and Philippines mainly.
Right.
Yep.
And that's why we have a left-hand drive. It's Philippines' left-hand drive.
Yes.
And Don, excuse my ignorance, but if like I was in Thailand or the Philippines, why would I buy this over the standard Hilux?
Standard Hilux is definitely a higher cost vehicle, but honestly, this is made to align with those commercial standards. As I mentioned, it has a flat bed and very, very low to the ground, which allows commercial usage to have a higher value because they have a maximum height limit.
So I'm noticing it's leaf springs in the rear,
That's right.
solid rear axle, disc brakes,
Yep.
pretty good. And what did you guys do with this bed setup here? Can you kind of walk me through that, Don?
Sure. Yeah, the typical IMV0 bed is quite long. Again, because the goal is to fit as many durian fruit in as possible. We shortened the bed. Obviously, we wanted to have good off-road performance, approach angle and departure angle. We upgraded the rear suspension just to a different leaf pack because we're carrying a lot of weight here, and then shortened the bed.
Very cool. So a lot of work put into this to make it, configure like this. And I assume you both have driven, especially you, sir, have driven this car a lot. How does this drive compared to like a Tacoma that we would know here in the States?
Oh, I'll answer. Surely this specific one is tuned to be much more off-road capable.
Yeah.
So suspension is going to be a little more stiff. It doesn't have the creature comforts that a Tacoma has with a kind of higher grade suspension, but the off-road capability is fantastic. With a solid rear axle, really amazing articulation. So it's made to be capable.
Did you guys put a locker or A-track in it or anything like that?
There is a locker. Yeah.
From the factory, there's a locker.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, and Don, last question. Why is this here in the U.S., and is this something you guys are looking at putting into production for the U.S. market?
We would love to get answers to those questions. I will answer why it's here. Is we're constantly exploring mobility, and this is just one of those exploration opportunities. We heard the voice from the internet and customers when it launched in Thailand. Wow, that would be awesome to have here in the U.S. So we wanted to bring it in this concept form as a recreation, overlander, utility product for off-road use only, and wanted to see what customers would say.
And have you been getting a lot of interest here at the Overland Expo?
Yeah, so far it's been really great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you.
That's
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it was
Thanks
great.
you.
Great seeing you guys.
Great.
That was really cool that those guys are here, right? That's very special of Toyota to actually do that. But before I blow your mind with a couple of specs, Tommy, I wanted to talk about that. I reached out to Toyota PR, public relations that we normally work with, and they're saying this is a research project.
Okay.
They're not saying this is for sale. They're not saying this is meant to go on sale like next year or next month. So if you comment on this video and if you say something like this needs to come, I think they will listen and maybe do something about it.
Yeah, and like we didn't get a hard no, which is very important. We got like we're looking into it, but it's very telling. They flew out 2 engineers, including the chief engineer, to the U.S.
From the overseas.
That tells me they're doing significant spending on research and even clearly development. So I wonder if Toyota's working on this behind the scenes.
Now I'm going to blow your mind. So let's say they're talking about this as an off-road vehicle, right? We're talking about Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Yamaha. There's so many players in the space, right? With kind of utility vehicles like this. And this is bigger than the K-Truck, right? So this is way more capable. Dude, look at the specs behind you. 5,500 pounds of towing and 1,700 pounds of cargo payload capacity. 1,700 pounds, that's more than most F-150 trucks.
I think someone told them they didn't change the engine.
Well, that's
think that's the
probably
diesel.
the overseas version.
Yeah,
yes.
that's right. So this is really cool that they're working on this. I hope they bring it to the US. We need cheap, durable trucks.
But dude, but those specs are more than most Polaris Rangers, for example.
Sure.
As far as towing capacity,
Yeah.
as far as some payload capacities are concerned. So this could be like, I don't know if there is white space there, but if this is affordable enough, let's say $20,000 or something like that, right? Then I think it could really catch on.
Guys, let us know what you think in the comments below of this crazy Toyota off-road concept. Should Toyota bring it here? I really think they're looking into it because of how much they spent to get this here, to bring over the engineers. But let us know below, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.